Good afternoon. In this video, I'm going to talk about preliminary declaration of disclosure. I'm going to talk about forms you need to fill out, documents you need to attach to these forms, deadlines for exchange of these forms, and what form or forms need to be filed with the court. First, preliminary declaration of disclosure includes the following forms. First, income and expense declaration. The number of this form is FL-150. Second form is schedule of assets and debts. The number of this form is FL-142. Third one is declaration of disclosure. The number of this form is FL-140. And the last form is called declaration regarding service of declaration of disclosure. The number of this form is FL-141. All these forms can be found on court's website, which is www.sdcourt.ca.gov, or you can go to my website, which is www.rogovalawfirm.com, and you will see a blog section there, and I have an article explaining what preliminary declaration of disclosure means, what forms you need to fill out, deadlines. You can find these forms there. Okay, now you know that you have to exchange 4 forms, but only one form is supposed to be filed with the court. It's called declaration regarding service of declaration of disclosure. The number of this form FL-141. Basically, you exchange income expense declaration, schedule of assets and debts, declaration of disclosure, declaration regarding service of disclosure, but you only file one form with the court. It's declaration regarding service of declaration of disclosure. Second, when you exchange all these forms between each other, you need to attach financial documents to these forms. First, you need to attach your pay stubs for the last 2 months to your income and expense declaration. If you're self-employed, you will need to attach either your Schedule C or profit and loss statement to your income and expense declaration to show how much money you make. To your schedule of assets and debts, you will have to attach a copy of your deed, titles, bank statements for your savings account, checking accounts, for your credit card accounts. If you have a retirement account, for statements of showing how much money you have on your retirement account, all those financial statements you will have to attach to your schedule of assets and debts to show how much money you have or how much debts you have. Also, you will have to attach your tax returns for the last 2 years to your declaration of disclosure form, which is FL-140. Basically, you fill out those 4 forms. You have attachments to your income and expense declaration, to your schedule of assets and debts, and to your declaration of disclosure. You put that package together and you mail it to the petitioner, or if you're a respondent, or if you're a petitioner, you mail this package to the respondent. And when you mail, there's a form, the last form, it's called declaration regarding service of declaration of disclosure. You will sign that form and you will put a date when you mailed your preliminary declaration of disclosure to opposing party, and you will file this form with the court. Now, I'm going to talk about deadlines you have to follow to serve your preliminary declaration of disclosure. First, petitioner has to serve his or her preliminary declaration of disclosure either with your petition for dissolution of marriage or within 60 days from the day the petition is filed with the court. Respondent has to serve his or her preliminary declaration of disclosure on the petitioner either with his or her response to the petition for dissolution of marriage or within 60 days from the date the response has been filed with the court. Basically, now you know that you have to exchange 4 forms. Only one form is supposed to be filed with the court. Additionally, you have to attach financial documents to your forms, And now you know that each party has basically 60 days from the date the first paper has been filed with the court, either petition for dissolution of marriage or response to the petition for dissolution of marriage. And that's all I was going to talk about in this video. If you would like me to cover any other topics in the future you're interested in, please leave your comments below and I will cover them in my future videos. Thanks so much for watching this video and have a nice day.